We talked about 15 or so percent of people tip on average. We want to try to get that up there. We know Jeff, Sunshine Man, he gets about 40% of his riders tip. So I think he's one of the highest tipped out there. If not, he's definitely in the top 5 when it comes down to the most tipped driver out there. So we have 6 strategies. And unfortunately, 3 did not make it on there. So when we get to 3, I will just read it off from my screen.
Okay.
For some reason, it didn't go into the slides right. So I'm just letting you know there. But yes, let's talk about increasing tips, what you can do to try to help get at 15% up to something higher, like maybe 40%. What would that do for your bottom line? What would that do for your pocket? And what would that do if you could claim that or not have to claim that on taxes?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so this is actually an article that Jay wrote, Jay Crater. You guys can, again, there are these types of articles as well on the newsletter, on the website. Please go check it out. It's free, man. Free is good. So bonuses are nice but unreliable. We know quests have disappeared. Ride challenges are very rare. Surge is neither here nor there. Relying on bonus incentives from Uber and Lyft can be risky, right? Okay. While these bonuses vary and may temporarily increase earnings, they are unreliable. Tips, on the other hand, offer a consistent and controllable way to supplement your income. Consider this. Listen to this, folks. This is damn right. Earning an extra 20 in tips each shift. Let's say you're out there 8-hour shift, just 8 hours, 6 hours, whatever. Earning an extra on $20 on each shift is an additional $5,000 annually. Chris, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of oil changes. That's a lot of tires. That's a lot of brake jobs. That's a lot. So people, don't be a-holes to your riders. You're pissed off, I know, to Uber, Lyft, whatever you are pissed off to. It's not the rider's fault. The rider is actually more pissed off these days than you are, because they're getting ripped a new one every time they get in your car. So all I'm saying is, do certain things that we're going to talk about here, and you will get that $20 a day. Okay. In fact, this is on a 5-day week. Jay figured this out, by the way. He didn't figure it out on 7. If you work every day, you get $20 extra every day. That's 70. What is it now? $7,300. $7,300 a year. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of you are decent, have decent cars, clean cars, all that stuff. You can squeeze $20 out of riders. This reliability makes tips one of the most valuable resources for drivers. It absolutely does. In this day and age of $3 tips flying around, $4 tips for 5 miles, tips actually have become a really, really important part of a driver's income. So please, drive safely, give good service, and get that $20 a day.
Yep. Or at least try to.
Yep. The same thing, surge pricing, right? You go chase surge, neither here. By the time you get there, surge kryptonite, the Red Sea parts, right? You're the only one in the middle without surge. And so the tips are always an option, obviously. We know you can't force anybody to tip you, but you can not convince, but you can convey someone, and to tip you, right? If you want to talk, if they want to talk, you talk. You want to play their own music, all kinds of things, right? You can do so many things to get tipped. And regardless whether it's a peak time or not, focusing on surge as opposed to tips. In fact, I interviewed on Behind the Wheel, Chris, I interviewed Levi from Syracuse. He's also a very, very, very highly tipped driver. And yeah, man, make sure you're getting tips. And on the next one,
yeah, that's number 3. Like I said, that one wasn't somehow didn't make it in, but it says tips are available on every ride. Unlike bonuses or surge pricing, you can directly influence tips with each ride. You can maximize your chances of receiving tips by providing excellent service, keeping your vehicle clean, which I've seen somebody post that in the chat already, and being polite and professional. Over time, these small efforts can accumulate. Even a $3 tip on a short ride adds up when multiplied across hundreds of monthly rides. Each trip presents an opportunity. Your job is to take advantage of it. With consistency, these incremental earnings can become a significant part of your monthly income.
Yep.
So that's
That's what a
another
lot
big
of drivers don't do, Chris. A lot of drivers look at it day by day by day, as opposed to look at the bigger picture. That
Yep.
the slide we showed before, just $20 per shift is $5,000 a year. You guys don't joke with that kind of money, okay? And yeah, I mean, keep your car clean. I don't know. There's basic stuff that you need to do. And yeah, again, you know, I'm being facetious, of course. You know, you're not supposed to give foot massages, but just be nice to your riders,
Oh,
man. It's
$5 happy ending.
no happy ending on that one.
Wait, a
So
$5 tip is a happy ending to the end of the
that's
ride.
cool.
It doesn't necessarily mean the happy ending you might be thinking about. So get your mind out of the gutter there,
Yeah,
Sergio.
they got a driver right there. So and also on tipping, folks, right? Um, you can actually anticipate or expect tipping, right, on airport trips. So maybe you should focus more on airport trips. You know what I'm saying? And you should maybe focus on weekend bar hopping trips. People have a couple of drinks already in their system. They're feeling good. You play their music. You know, you
Get
ask
a
them,
little
"Hey, how you doing?
loosey-goosey.
How's your night going?" All these things you can do. You don't have to be a chatterbox, but you know, so read the room. You can definitely increase your earnings by tips. And then since now we have no tax on tips, why not give it your best shot?
Mhm. Make it you know what? Uber and Lyft like to make everything of theirs into a game to try to get you to accept everything.
Yeah.
Turn this into a game. Turn it into a game to get your passenger to tip you.
Oh, there he is. Hold on.
Why
Hold
not?
on. Hold on. Look at this one. Look at this one. He's
There you
here.
go, 19,000 the past 3 years as a part-time driver. Not
Wow.
too
See,
shabby.
that's 6,000 a year or more, 6,300 a year. And he's part-time. I know he's like maybe 30 hours a week. See what I mean? That's
Yeah, not too shabby right
ridiculous.
there.
That's crazy. There you go.
Yep. You gonna do number 4?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. I mean, I think the numbers speak for itself because there's an ad there. I don't want them to have more exposure because Harry has ads everywhere inside the articles now.
Pantene.
So,
Well,
so
hey, you wanna look good and smell good, right? You don't wanna have body odor and look disgusting, so get some Pantene.
oh, there you go. There you go.
I
Yeah.
mean, go Pantene.
Yeah. I mean, look, my
Um,
bottom line, Chris, is going to be start with a clean car.
yep.
If somebody comes into your car, makes a little bit of a mess, just pull over, clean the car for the next person that's coming into the car. Be considerate, read the room. If they want to talk, talk. If they don't want to talk, don't talk. All these things make a big difference, and tips have become an appreciable part of a rideshare driver's income these days. And there's no reason, and each trip is an opportunity. If you're pulling out 20, 25 trips a day, if you're a full-time driver, there's no reason you shouldn't pull that 20, 25 bucks down in tips, and it will add up. It will add up to a decent
Mhm.
amount of money at the end of the year.
Yep. And then let's do number 4. So it says a $5 tip doubles as a $5 ride. So he's talking about how short rides often feel unproductive, but tips can turn them into valuable opportunities. $5 tip on a $5 ride effectively doubles your earnings, making it more worthwhile. Longer rides can offer even more significant potential. So, for example, a $10 tip on a $30 ride can increase your hourly earnings from 30 to 40, a considerable increase. And tips allow you to transform low-paying rides into profitable ones and elevate decent rides into exceptional levels. They help level the playing field, making every ride, regardless of distance or duration, a meaningful part of your day. Again, get that Pantene so then that way you smell fresh.
Yeah. And the other thing is, you know, the Sunshine Man had 19,000 in tips, right? So he used to drive in Myrtle Beach, Charleston area, obviously touristy area. But, you know, if you guys met him on behind the wheel twice already or 3 times, I think, he has such an outgoing, smiley face, always positive energy. Then no wonder he gets 40% of the tips. But now, Chris, he moved to Colorado.
Mhm.
I would like to see if he gets if he gets the same amount of tips in Colorado as he did in Myrtle Beach, he's the king. He is the unequivocal, unquestionable king.
One thing I always say is work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, then you may be working harder. So let's change that. Download the app, link your accounts where you can manage your income, track your expenses, and project your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings.
Download Solo and begin to work smarter, not harder today. Link is in the description. All right, let's get back to it.
Look at the comment.
Well, you read my mind, Sunshine Man.
35% so far. So he went down just a touch. He went down 5%. But
35%, I guarantee you, is double plus of Colorado average. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. Just
and then
go
conversation
check behind the wheel. Go check behind the wheel.
Yep.
Go check behind the wheel.
Let's talk about this conversation influence tips, which is tip number 5. Conversation is one of the most effective ways to increase your tips. Absolutely. Passengers value engagement, friendly, engaging, empathetic driver. It can make the ride memorable. Rideshare driving is more of a sales job than a driving job. You're selling your ride experience in yourself. However, it's crucial to read the passenger's mood. Some riders prefer silence, while others might welcome a thoughtful discussion. Adjust your approach based on their demeanor. These skills develop with experience, but are well worth mastering. Well-timed compliment or sharing local knowledge can leave a lasting impression. Increasing the likelihood of receiving a tip. Being attentive and adaptive allows you to turn each interaction into an opportunity for extra earnings. As Sergio had mentioned earlier, read the room, know what's going on. So if somebody gets in your car, always start off with the same exact thing. Hey, how you doing? That simple stuff. You're going to know, you should know right away if they're going to want to talk or not, if they're going to want to or not. And then there's other things on top of it that you can do, but we'll talk about that after we go over number 6, which is a good night's sleep is my biggest determinant. And energy plays a crucial role in determining revenue for rideshare drivers. When I'm tired, I find it challenging to engage with passengers, which negatively impacts my tips. Fatigue affects mood, leading to irritability and a lack of enthusiasm that passengers can easily recognize. In contrast, when I'm well rested, my positive energy enhances the experience for everyone in the car. Rested drivers more patient, conversational, and accommodating. Positive energy is contagious, and passengers respond by giving better tips. While factors like engaging in conversation, vehicle cleanliness are essential, nothing influences tips as significantly as being well rested and mentally prepared for the day. And we talked about this last week when we were talking about the tools of what it takes on the body when you are driving for Uber and Lyft. And, burnout and all of that type of thing plays into this. So yes, good night rest, eating properly, getting up and stretching, once an hour or something when it comes to sitting around in your car all the time. Doing those types of things is going to reflect on how you are and your demeanor and everything about it. So that is definitely going to help.
But they dethroned the king. Okay, you ready for this one?
What is it?
In Myrtle Beach?
I want to see
the screenshot. No screenshot. It never happened.
I mean, hey, if you're getting 90% of your passengers tipping, goddamn,
I don't know what the hell you're doing, bro.
But pictures.
Yeah,
we got to see
Sergio at the rideshareguy.com. I'm not
here.
Dethroning the Sunshine
I also
Man.
See right here, 80% passengers tip with where they're at,
and that's the next guy. The next guy is in Jersey, Tony Salimej. He says 80% tip. Okay, throwing numbers like this is easy. Send me the screenshot. Sergio at the right. Send me your last week's screenshot. Let me see the tips. It's just simple. It says right there. You can't hide it. We ain't getting rid of the Sunshine Man yet. So,
right. Either way, when it comes down to it, yes, do those tips. There are other things that you can actually do as well to put tipping on the mind of a passenger. I talked about a while ago how you can make a tipping sign or a 5-star sign that's custom to you. Not only that, you can actually take that into a tablet. You could put a tablet on your car, not just Play Octopus, but if you want to do your own, where you could go out, if you know local businesses and you want to say, hey, I can offer advertising because I have so many people coming in and out of my car. We talked about this, I don't know, several months ago, where you could do that. You could do that too. And then at the bottom, you can put all of your tipping information, whether it's Zelle or Venmo or whatever it might be that you're using or have access to. And of course, try to get them all, because not everybody might be using Venmo. Not everybody might be using Zelle, Cash App, whatever it might be. So make sure that you have as many as you can signed up, so then it's easier for that passenger to tip you. The whole point is creating less friction, because if there's some sort of friction, it definitely ends it. But if you're as frictionless as possible, which means you're able to offer all of the barcodes that they're able to tip you on, and and that way it's going to be a lot easier or a lot more potential for that. So
Yeah.
definitely thinking outside the box helps, and a lot of things there. So yeah, you can definitely increase your tips. And for those who are saying, "Oh, come on, I tried," I don't think you did. I mean, yeah, passengers, again, some will not tip. I mean, the average is
Yeah.
15%. That's the average. But if you can do a little bit more, make it a game. I mean, think about it. When you started driving, wasn't it a little bit of a game for yourself? Getting some of those rides with surge attached to it, or getting the bonus, or whatever it might have been that may have been offered at the time, or it was just kind of a little addicting, and you wanted to get out there and drive as much as you could. Make this into a game. That might reignite some of the things in it. And yeah, if you're starting to see $20, $30 extra a shift, that can have a substantial impact by the end of the year. I mean, we're halfway through the year. You could get another, $2, $3, $4,000 added to whatever you're going to make if you try and implementing these few things.
Yeah, and you know what Pablo did? Pablo, our good friend Pablo, he was on the MPU video as well.
Yep.
He created these, with AI, you can create these things, and he laminated it. He did a cute sign, hung it on the back of the passenger seat and his own seat with the Zelle and, PayPal and QR codes. So frictionless, zap, boom, tip. And he said his tips went up substantially. So that's another sign. Make a sign, go to Kinko's or whatever, laminate it, hang it behind your seat. Nothing tacky, no tip box or some ridiculous thing. Don't say, we don't make enough money, please tip me. Don't beg for it. But something cute, put it there, and people are generous enough to tip you.
Put it in, put something that's going to be, kind of unique for you. Like I said, I made a video on it a couple of months ago at this point, and talked about how it can help you by personalizing it and making it like that. So those types of things can definitely help. And it's just one of those things that's like in their face. So you don't have to be, hey, make sure to tip me. But it's going to be there. So they're going to see it. And, if you just kind of like casually put it in there, that's going to be a lot better than, tip me, tip me, tip me.
Don't be
something like that. So
anyway, but these are things that make a big difference. And at the end of the year, it'll add up. You won't even know it added up. And with no tax on tips, you won't pay any tax on that either. So, hey, it's all cash, man, in your pocket. So don't mess around. Let's do.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.